Heidi and Trey Kaufman red. Your hands will get the microphone. Nathan, go ahead, please.
Trey, you said a couple weeks ago that you'd been lobbying to play this kind of lineup more. Just how did that feel to start the game, and what did you like about it, I guess, going both ways?
I mean, everything that I have been saying. Just, defensively, I think we could be really good, and then just offensively being able to space the floor. So when they double, having shooters and then being able to run in transition as well. I don't think this was the best performance that we, as a team and then that unit is going to have, but it was nice to start out in it.
Miles and Cam, how differently are you engaged when you're starting the game on the floor versus coming in after that first media timeout? Just kind of being, from the get-go out there getting this team going.
I'd say it's just kind of like the same preparation. Before the game, you kind of do the same routine. And obviously, I haven't started a game at Purdue, so, it was a little different feeling being out there, right away instead of getting myself mentally prepared and seeing how the game's going. But if you prepare the right way and you're just kind of ready to go, it doesn't matter if it's, in the starting lineup or if it's in the first media, second media, whenever it is.
Yeah, I think he said it perfectly. Just do the normal thing. Don't change anything, because I think the preparation that we've done or that I've done and others have done just to get to the moment and to the starting point, I think has worked. So I think it's just continuing to trust your work and just go out there, play your game.
Trey, how have this year you stepped into a bigger role when it comes to leadership on the team?
Oh, sorry, I didn't know if there's. I think just trying to use my experience. Just obviously we haven't, made it to Big Ten season yet. But yeah, just trying to, especially the new guys, just trying to, catch them up. But even, the older guys who are stepping up in the bigger roles, obviously you have Cam and Miles here. Just trying to make sure that, they know we trust them. I mean, they'll 5 for 6 from the 3-point line. I mean, incredible shooters, just incredible players. So I'm just trying to, bring confidence to them.
Cam, just in the way those lineups work offensively, you have to move into shots a lot more than you probably did last season. Are you pretty comfortable doing that right now? And is that something you prepared for this offseason, knowing you might be playing the 4 some?
Yeah, absolutely. With teams and how they have to guard Trey, that's kind of something that I've been working for, not only in practice, but, the months in the summer leading up to this, kind of being in that 4 spot offensively.
Trey, how important is it about to head into the San Diego tournament just to get some of these minutes and get prepared for back-to-back games with a new team?
It's super important. Just honestly think it's just another game that we can build and learn from. So especially when you go into a difficult tournament like we're going to go into, any of the help by playing is going to help.
For Cam and Miles, Cam, you said something about getting yourself mentally ready in a different way at the straight. Did you change your routines at all coming into the game? Anything you did differently, either physically or mentally, knowing that you had to be out there from the jump?
For me, no. I normally just do 3 jumps, as the tip-off's going, and obviously I had to do them a little bit earlier today, so that's really the only thing that changed for me. Besides that, it was the same, kind of mental preparation and the same warm-up that I always do.
Same. I didn't really change anything. I like to have routine, do the same thing every time. If I get good results, I'm going to continue to do it. So I think it's just the little things that I focus on. So I think mentally, I just, dial in and try to not think about the nerves and all that stuff. I think that's obviously you're going to have that, but I think it's just thinking about the important things like, the ATOs that we have and just simple stuff, my defensive assignments, stuff like that.
Trey, obviously a pretty physical game from your end. How does kind of taking that physicality, the contact, drawing 7 fouls, how does that affect your mindset through the game?
To be honest, I don't really know. I try to go out there and play. I'm generally a physical basketball player myself, so I think they tried to overdo it a little bit. I'm guessing they saw the Marquette game and how they nodded the ball in. But I mean, when he goes to the free throw line as much as we did and drew as many fouls as we did, you're gonna set yourself up for success.
Miles and Cam, when did Matt let you know that you would be in the lineup, and was it a short conversation, long conversation? How did that go?
I think it was just a team conversation. He just let us know that he's switching the lineups and went out and practiced and carried on with our practice. Treated it as a normal practice. Yeah.
Was that like Wednesday, Thursday, or?
Is that Wednesday? I don't know.
Yeah.
2 days ago.
Thursday.
Thursday?
Yeah,
Thursday.
Yeah.
Thursday.
Thursday before practice.
Brian and then Casey.
Miles, one thing you guys have to do in these lineups to really make them work is rebound, obviously. The way you guys have rebounded, or the way you've rebounded the last 2 games, you seem like you're really beeline into the ball. How big of a priority is that for you right now? How much is that on your mind when you're out there?
I think it's heavily on my mind just because, I think about it. Paint says it to me, the coaching staff says it to me. They say it to the, rest of everybody in there. So I think it's just, something that's important to me so they can't get second chance shots. I think those are the easy shots that people hit, or second chance shots off of the offensive rebounds. So I think it's just really huge to, go get the ball so we can go down and score.
Cam, you get off to a hot start. Team as a whole gets off to a good start offensively, and then there's a 9-minute stretch where you guys get just the one Trey put back late. What kind of happened in the second half of the first half to kind of get into the rhythm of your offense?
Yeah, I just think it's staying focused. Obviously we started pretty good, and then I'm not sure what media it was, but then, like you said, we kind of had that stretch, and it's just us kind of, not being fully locked into the details and the plays that we're running and knowing everything. And, obviously when you play good teams and we're going to play good teams going forward, that's something that we can't have. So, it's really kind of making sure that we're locked in. Obviously everyone's going to make mistakes. It's just going to happen. It's basketball. It's life. But we just have to be mentally locked in and prepared for the full 40 minutes and kind of know how to respond to those mistakes.
This is for anybody up there. Trey, earlier you mentioned how Marshall may have seen what Marquette did to you guys defensively, may have dictated a little bit what they were wanting to do today. Where did you guys see the greatest improvement as a team from that Marquette game to today?
I think just huddling and just trying to stay, together as a unit. Even though this wasn't our best game from an X's and O's standpoint, making sure that we did everything correctly. I think when we came out for the second half, we were a lot better on some of the things, and so I think that's the biggest thing that we learned and improved on.
Thank you, guys.